The Kenny Quest show was filmed live in front of a canned studio audience.
Hey folks, Kenny Quest here. I'm going camping on my Sportster for the first time, and this is what I'm doing to prepare for my camping trip on my Sportster. Getting ready to go on the camping trip, the Forgotten Angels Benefit Camping Trip, the Weirdo Campout, sponsored by Brapstar and Bert's Barracuda Harley Davidson out at the Forgotten Angels compound. It's coming up this weekend, so the first thing I need to do is adjust my suspension. On the camping trip, I'm going to assume that I'm going to have a 32 to 50 pound pack of stuff, so I should be at 7 or 8 dots. So let's go with 8 just to be safe. That'll support my weight plus up to a 50 pound pack. So let's make that adjustment so my suspension's all set for the trip. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. So we'll lock it down. Now do the other side and we're done. All right, so now the suspension's set. Next is the camping gear. All right, so we're gonna pick up some supplies for the camping trip. I have nothing, so head to Dick's to pick up some basics. Ice cream. Lieutenant Dan ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan ice cream.
So I picked up a camp chair, camp mat, fleece sleeping bag, which is the smallest, most compact I could find, microfiber towel, waterproof box for my GoPro equipment, light for at night, my own brand of camp pillow, and it's like a cotton liner in case it's too warm for this. Fleece sleeping bag, I can basically have a thin sheet, and of course first aid kit just in case. And I got some bungees so I can strap all this to the bike. Oh, well, that was fun. Picked up what we needed. Spent about 240 bucks. Plus the tent, which was like $100, $119 on Instagram. So we're into this trip right now for about $360 for camping supplies. So we'll see. Not bad. Now let's go to the next day, I guess tomorrow, and we'll load up. So here is everything I'm bringing for camping gear and supplies. I'm not bringing any food since it's being provided, but I did pack some energy bars. So all this gear needs to attach to that. Hopefully everything will fit. And I got some straps, so if it doesn't fit, I'll make it fit. But I'm sure I'm not the first person who's attempted this. So let's get started. Alright, so there we have it. My back is going to be here, or close to it, so I didn't want to get any of the buckles on it. Hopefully this part's aerodynamic enough. Yeah, it should work. That's pretty secure. Looks well balanced. You know, I have these little loops here on the XL80 bag that came in handy, so I can create as much tension as I could. You know, I still had some leftover stuff, you know, and you know, I could have maybe put this on the bottom, but I didn't because I was concerned my sissy bar wouldn't have enough support for the bag. All right, so we're gonna go with that and see how it works. Worst case, we stop and readjust.
Soon after.
So I had to modify the rig. I put my backpack on, and the backpack and the rig didn't fit. I was shoved too far forward, so made a modification and attached the backpack. So the Badass Moto pack had some loops, thankfully, just like the Biltwell's got loops, so I was able to redo it. But I lost 20 minutes doing this. I'm already an hour behind as it is, so I should be getting there. I gotta stop for air too, because I'm 4 or 5 psi low in the back, so I should be getting there right around 6 o'clock. We'll see. I don't know. It's gonna be a journey. All right, so I think I'm ready now. Just got air in the tire. Tank's already full-ish. I got the Senna turned on with Siri.
All systems active.
Put Siri in my vest pocket instead of having it out in the open. And we're running behind. Like an hour and a half behind what I wanted to do. But as long as we get there, right? And safely. Alright, nothing like starting out with a stall. So I got the leaning tower of luggage. At least that's what it feels like. Let's hope it all arrives with me. But this is really a big thing for me. This is a huge, huge thing. And it took 2 times as long. I mean, I got up at 8, which is, you know, an hour and a half past what I normally do on a work day, but I'm off today. Took a vacation day to make this happen. So, you know, the most I've gone was like 4 months ago, when I first got on a motorcycle. I went to the Cabbage Patch, which was about an hour ride, 50-something miles. This is 2.5 times that. I got my lucky 4-leaf clover pin on. I got my St. Christopher pin on. Say a little prayer and hope for the best. Stay vigilant. But if you're asking, hey, where's Kenny going? Well, I'm going to the Weirdo Campout. That's right, I said Weirdo Campout. Sponsored by Brapstar and Burt's Barracuda, Harley Davidson dealership. And it's all in support of the Forgotten Angels, which is a nonprofit that supports children that are aging out of the foster care program. And we're raffling off, and I say we because anybody who participated, we're raffling off a 2020 Road King special called Road King Kong that Shade Tree Surgeon's been stewarding for the last year, raising awareness for the charity. So that's being raffled off. A bunch of moto vloggers are going to be there, and me, you know, fans of the moto vloggers and fans of Shade Tree Surgeon, or what we like to call the Shade Tree Army. And I feel that, you know, I'm a part of that. So I had a chance to speak with David, the director of the Forgotten Angels charity, recently at the Moto Vlogger meetup at Seminole Harley Davidson. So let's go to that interview. I'm here with David, CEO of Forgotten Angels, I guess?
Executive Director.
Executive Director of Forgotten Angels charity. And of course, I became attached to it with the Weems motorcycle giveaway.
Great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared's awesome. And that whole unfolding it's brought a tear to my eye. And of course, I, like thousands of others, put our name in the hat to bring home the triumph.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know that story.
I wish I could have had 100,000 triumphs so everybody could have won one.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And of course, now it's doing its thing. It went to Virginia to the winner, and then he said, no, give it back and give it to the industry and everybody to enjoy David Mann's work. Jared's work of a David Mann piece. And now it starts all over again with Shade Tree Surgeon, who's here today.
Yeah, Road King Kong.
And Road King Kong.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that'll get raffled off on Friday the 22nd. You can still buy tickets, but we're so grateful for Josh and the work that he's done to support our foundation. He's just an amazing guy. What you see is what you get. That same persona that he has on his channel, that's who he is. And so
Sure.
we just love him. We're honored to be friends with him, and we just can't wait to see what the future holds with not just Brapstar Garage, but Forgotten Angels and what we're doing together.
Yeah, and I got to think, there'll be other motovlog people that want to get involved and just show their support as well. I mean, it's a charity that you really feel for. I mean, you can physically feel, what if you were in that position at 18 years old?
Yeah.
Here's your bag of clothes. We're not getting any more checks. You're on your own.
Yeah.
And just so you provide all of that environment
Yeah.
for the folks that have aged out of the foster care program.
Yeah. Well, for me, I had two of the best parents on the planet, and I'm always amazed at what they don't have in terms of resources, people that support them. Most of these boys are on their own, so whatever little I can provide them is a lot to them. So, I take solace every day in knowing that even though I'm stretched 19 different ways, that 1/19th that young man gets is the most he's gotten in a long time. So I'm always encouraged. I'm excited that I've been put in the opportunity to be able to feed into these young men's lives, and I'll continue to do so as long as I'm here.
I mean, you're providing basic life instruction: how to get a bank account, how to learn a trade, how to ride a motorcycle, how to ride a stick shift car. All these things that you're teaching these people as what a parent would normally teach their child growing up as a teenager, but because they're just one of many in a home, maybe one of 12 or one of 8, they don't get that personalized instruction, but you're providing that.
Yeah, my dad worked 60 to 80 hours his whole life, but he still found time to teach me how to drive stick, how to drive a motorcycle, how to ride a bike, how to swim. So I might sacrifice a little bit of my time to give to them, but I don't really find it a sacrifice. Anytime one of these boys says thank you to me for any little small thing that I've done for them, that's payment enough.
And what about these mini houses that I hear about? That on your property you're building these mini homes?
Yeah, we have two types. We have tiny homes that we build from scratch, and then we have sheds that we convert into tiny homes. Purchasing the sheds gets us about 3/4 of the way, so it only takes about a week and a half, and one of the young men will have a tiny home. The transition from being in foster care to being on their own, it's too big of a leap. When you have nothing and then all of a sudden you are in an apartment, that first bacon and eggs cost you like $70 because you have to buy the pan.
That's if
bacon,
you get
the
past the
eggs,
credit check.
Exactly.
And the deposits.
Exactly. With a tiny home, they get to own their tiny home, so they can, when they're finished and completely converted, they'll sell for about $26,000 to $32,000, which is enough money for them to not only put a deposit on a home, a down payment on a home, but they can buy a car, furniture, pay off debt, and be in a really strong position as long as they have a job and good credit, which we also work on.
Right, nice. Now, my understanding, just from what I've seen, this actually raised more money than the Triumph?
Yeah, we're actually up to $205,000 already. We're $1,000 away from being $100,000 more than the Triumph.
Well, as of this interview, we have about 10 days left, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think you'll probably meet that.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, it's actually, at this point, I think people are scrambling to get their tickets for Road King Kong, so the raffle's generating about $2,500 a day. We're grateful for it. We have places where that money can go to help us expand into different locations. In December, we have a location in St. Augustine that will be opening, and in February in North Carolina, April in Atlanta, Georgia.
So this fundraising has now allowed you to expand.
Yeah. Huge.
Now you're affecting even more people.
Yeah, we're going to probably open 1 or 2 Forgotten Angels facilities in each of those locations.
That's fantastic.
So
That's exciting.
We're rolling.
So then, as you move into these cities, you can attach the motor vlog community in that city
Exactly.
and just repeat the cycle.
Exactly. Well, I'll meet you in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'll meet you in St. Augustine, and I'll meet you in North Carolina. We'll do the same interview.
Well, I'm still on my Sportster first year, so
All right,
I can get to St. Augustine. I can't commit on the sports to go to Atlanta.
That's all right.
We'll try, but maybe a year from now I'll be more experienced.
That'll be great.
Dave, it's been a pleasure.
Nice
So nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So that's why there's an adventure, but do you really need an excuse for adventure? I guess we need an excuse for me to get going on an adventure, so this is my first adventure. You know, that's why I started motorcycling, to live life. So here we are living. Of course, the Orlando traffic, nothing to write home about, and I got to go through some of this to get to the back roads. So I'm taking the swampy back roads, avoiding the interstate, avoiding highways, avoiding tolls, just cruising. And we'll see how we do with the wind. I'm hoping my Pugue fly screen does its job. Here's the true test, folks. But I was pretty confident, you know, after the Moto Vlog meetup when I was heading over to that. You know, I got up to 65, felt comfortable, didn't feel queasy. And then I went to the IMS event where I test rode SV660, and I got up to 75 miles per hour. Yeah, that was fast. So I think the speed thing is I'm getting a little more comfortable with that. The SV660, it was really smooth getting at the higher speeds, so you know, I don't expect the Sportster to be that smooth. I expect things to rattle, but we'll see. We'll see how she goes. Hopefully I got a better view for y'all. I flipped my GoPro cradle around after several episodes of being one way, going, that's a little low. So hopefully this is a better view for you. Get more than just the speedo intact. Beautiful weather for the ride out. Expecting rain for the ride back. It was 30% yesterday, and now it's 40%. We got a front coming in, so we'll see how that plays out on Sunday. I did bring my rain gear, so that'll be a first. So I don't know how much weight I got strapped to the back on the Sisty bar, but I wondered if this is how it feels like if a pillion was on there. I mean, it's got to be at least 30 pounds, but you know, a pillion is going to be like 100 to 150. In some cases, could be more. Shout out to the big girls. Hey, hey. But the wind right now feels good. I wonder if this vest has anything to do with resisting wind. I don't know. But ever since I've been wearing this vest, I feel less on my chest. But like I said, with the Pugue windscreen when I was reporting about this last couple videos ago, it said it was hitting me around the neck. I think that's the case. The Pugue fly screen gets the wind off the chest, but pushes it around the neck. So I might be stopping for gas before I need it, just in case, because I'm not sure. I've never been on this route. This is a brand new route. It's a bunch of brand new first things. So, like I said, it's an adventure. Yeah, after test riding that Royal Enfield and the SV660, I do appreciate a longer first gear. Those things were short. And I do appreciate standard controls or mid controls. The Royal Enfield wasn't bad, but the SV660, man, you had to put your foot in a vertical position. It was rear sets for sure. Ooh. Why are you beeping at me for? I was in second gear. That's what it was. Second gear at the light. So I'll catch you at the next stop and give you an update. All right, we're at the first stop in the break. Got about an hour and a half left, so we've been riding for an hour. And the only thing that's interesting that happened was I got a little bit of bird shit right smack dab in the center of my visor. I took a picture of it before I cleaned it off, so throw that up here. So I guess, you know, in some countries, getting shit on by a bird is good luck. So I'm happy to be shit on. Looks like we got an hour and a half left, and should be getting there around 6 o'clock Eastern time, so let's do it to it.
And now, Kenny Quest's words of wisdom. Bug guts
are just tiny participation awards for riding. All right, guys, we're, I don't know, 30 minutes out or so. So we've moved out of Central Florida and we're definitely on the west part of the state now. And I've had some fun riding, hit some new top speeds, hit over 70, like 71. So that's a first for me. And the wind, man, when those 18-wheelers pass you, it's like you can count to 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and all of a sudden, boom, you get bombarded. And there's a lot of wind, so a lot of wind. I'm really impressed by the Sportster, and you know, when I turn that throttle, even if I'm at 65, if I turn the throttle in 5th gear, it gives me more power. I'm very impressed. As you can see, get right up to speed, but a lot of wind at this. At 64, 65. Of course, my bag, I don't know if you can see it in the mirror, it's just like hanging off to the side. On the way home, I really got to make that better. So I really got one rearview mirror to work with for this part of the trip. But the good news is that I'm not getting passed by cars. I'm keeping up the speed, which is good. And that was the goal, is just maintain speed, keep up with traffic at a safe following distance. And that is happening. And it's enjoyable too. That's the good thing. You know, you're not stressed out about, like I was during bike week, trying to keep up and not being able to keep up and stressing out. Now it's just a matter of dealing with the wind and trusting that the bike is going to stay upright. But, you know, as a new rider, what everybody says, you just need more seat time. Can't trade that experience for anything. Unless you have no fear of anything or no trepidations about anything, then yeah, you'll be fine. But I think that I'm a normal human being and will assume a normal amount of risk given a situation. Look at me, 4th gear, 60 miles per hour, and the bike's like at 3,800 RPM. It's like, yeah, no problem. So no problems with highway speeds and with the 883. And I see why there's, you know, people out there that do long distance traveling on the 883. I guess if you have a comfortable enough seat, I mean, the Saddleman Renegade seat that I have is cool looking, and you know, it's semi-comfortable for long distance. You know, I haven't done an all-day trip on it, but so far, the couple hours that I've been on this bike, it's tolerable, but I wouldn't say I'm in absolute comfort. It's quaffable and far from transcendent. Guess that movie quote.
So what do you think?
Quaffable, but far from transcendent.
I like it. It's great. Okay.
It's funny, when I was younger and I saw people, motorcyclists, do the 2-finger down thing, I'm like, man, all the motorcyclists know each other. Alright, well, should be at the campground soon, so see how many people are there. Anticipating lots of people. Alright, back in a little bit. Alright, pulling up to the compound. Looks like we got some bikes here. People trailing in. Yeah. Oh my God, that's the longest road trip I've ever made in my life.
Welcome. How are you?
Good, man.
Man, just find a spot, man. Anywhere you want.
Okay.
You just got here?
Yeah.
Where'd you come in from?
Longwood.
Longwood,
Yeah.
Florida or
Yeah.
Longwood, New Jersey?
Yeah, Longwood, Florida. Remember I interviewed you?
Okay.
Kenny Quest?
Yeah.
New rider?
Yeah. How are you?
Good, man.
Glad you're here, man.
Yeah.
Got a good turnout. Like I said, find a spot, man. Make yourself welcome. See you
Okay.
a little bit.
Thanks, man.
Almost off, brother. You good?
Oh, yeah. You got lucky.
Yeah, I did. I keep fixing it when I stopped.
Yeah, you need to hire a rise. And actually, if you get a little backrest, you'll be fine. Hey, Notre Dame. Yeah,
Things you learn.
all right. Yeah, it just takes time.
Nice. I know. I live here now, right? This is one of the guys.
Saddle Tramp. Now it's time to set up camp. The tent I purchased advertised that this tent can be set up within 6 minutes. I had my campmates time me.
I like it. There's not a lot of words, just a lot of pictures. Those are my kind of instructions. Oh, shit, yeah, that's my kind of tent. With a minute. Oh, yeah.
Well, we just see a pair of feet sticking out from underneath that tomorrow morning. I see hang the beer bong off of that. All right, sit up. That's right.
All right, so getting settled in. Got all my gear in here. Got my pillow, my microfiber cloth towel for tomorrow's shower, my little nylon sheet, my tripod chair, which I'll be taking around with me since there's no BYOC, bring your own chairs. Got fleece blanket, which it's kind of hot out, so I don't think I'm going to use that. Probably going to use the this thing right here. Silk cotton liner. And there's the padding, so I can sleep on that, not the ground. Ground's kind of uneven. My camera gear, helmet, more camera gear, and my clothes. And I got my light right there, which has a little strap that I can put around my neck, so at night I don't get lost. But, you know, plenty of space for one person. It's a two-person tent, but I'd say it's one person. But if it's two, it's cozy. It's going to be really cozy for two, but they make bigger tents. It went up easy, like 4 minutes. I can't be any happier with that. So I can get right to the campsite, set up real quick, and be done. I'm already meeting some of my campmates next to me, new people I haven't met before, so I'm going to go say hi to them. So that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to get settled in, find out where Wanderer Moto is, and check out the evening festivities. I heard there's going to be some live music. Not sure if there'll be anything worthy to film. If there is, I'll plug it in after this. And we'll pick up next episode with tomorrow's activities on Saturday and Sunday, taking a ride down to Southbound and Down, and all the other things that are going to happen here at the Campout. Probably meet some other moto vloggers. Hopefully I'll get a couple on camera with some interviews. I want to talk to Saddle Tramp, Biker Babe Best walking around here somewhere, Mike Branch. So we'll see who we can talk to, and I'll give you a peek into the weekend's activities. All right, so we'll see you next time. In the meantime, keep the shiny side up. Take care.
346 minutes later.
Those memories
Next time on the Kenny Quest Show, part 2 of my weirdo campout experience. Hey Corey, Kenny Quest.
Right on.
Nice to meet you.
Dude, such a great weekend, so much fun. Yeah.
Jared, it's Kenny Quest. I want to ride Hollywood Run. I want to ride it, man.
What's going on, buddy?
Is it good for new riders?
Yeah, let's all go for a ride.
Oh shit.
Thick Lizzie on the Kenny Quest Show.
No pressure, right?
Y'all think you're riders? Y'all nothing. This is a rider right here.
That was some good shit.
Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications. Bye for now.